Yo, what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? And here we are, Saturday Sit Down with your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton. Let's give it up. Yeah, here we are on Saturday morning. Say, it was a little quiet right there. I had to get my music together and, the intros and all that stuff. But anyway, like I say, this is Barbershop Talk. None of this is scripted. And we are unapologetic for anything that we might say or do on the Cowboy Huddle podcast. That's what I said. We're unapologetic because this is Barbershop Talk. Could be beauty salon talk. I mean, some of you women, y'all talk about Cowboys in the beauty salon more than us men. So, yeah, it's a little bit of that type of conversation that we have here on the Cowboy Huddle podcast. So let's give it up for the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Yeah, here we are this morning on Saturday morning, man, and I'm not going to hold you long, but this is more has to do with something, with Dak and his interview. If y'all see the title, don't sell yourself short, Dak Prescott. Yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit about the statement he made, but again, we'll get into that. But I want to thank everybody for being a part of this podcast. Again, without your support, we would not be where we are today. So thank you for all those that are subscribers, followers, and that has shared our content in their social media group. So give it up for everybody. Yeah. So again, man, we're just excited for what's been taking place in the past, man, and where we are today. So we are definitely grateful for everyone that has played a major part with this channel. And also big shout out to our Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, and our Dallas Stars. Yeah. And all I can say is, Jerry Jones, are you listening? Are you watching? Because evidently these guys over here on this other side, and our Texas Rangers, give it up for Texas Rangers. Yeah, last year World Series champion. So, man, we got some things going on down here in Big D down here. But at the same time, we hope and pray that Jerry and Steven are taking notes. And hopefully what they're seeing is motivating them. Because right now here in the DFW area, everybody's talking about everything but our guys. That has not been the topic. Everybody's talking about the Mavericks, talking about the Stars and the Rangers. So, yeah, we definitely have to make a push to get back and make ourselves relevant, other than our other sports outside of football. So, yeah. So, here we are, man, today on Saturday Sit Down with your guy, G, number one Cowboy fan, Hampton. And here's where we are right now. So let's kind of get on into this real quick. So, we know that the OTAs are over. Well, matter of fact, they're going to be starting up again. So we know that we went through the OTA all-season workouts, which started May 21st through the 23rd. Now we'll crank back up again on the 29th through the 31st. And then after that, we'll start the mandatory mini camp. Now, we all know that CeeDee Lamb hasn't been participating in the OTAs. We also understand, in which Dak also said he understands why he's not out there, because it's not mandatory. So in which that's okay, because what that does, that gives Dak a chance to connect with his rookie receivers and all those that like Jalen Brooks, Jalen Tolbert, the new guy Ryan Flanoy, guys like that. So it gives them an opportunity to kind of get in a rhythm. Cavante Turpins and all those guys. Give them opportunity, to connect with our quarterback. Now, on this other side, we also know that Michael Parsons is not in camp. But he's not there. I mean, it is what it is. He's not there. And Some might think it's okay, and some might think, why not? Why isn't he there? And I can understand what people are saying because Micah had made mention that he needs to be a leader, and his leadership needs to start with him. But my question, and and maybe like I say, we all have our opinion about where what Micah thinks about being a part of this OTAs or not. But personally, in my opinion, I really felt no, I really think, I don't feel, I think that Micah should have been there. And then the reason I'm saying that is due to the fact that you have a new defensive coordinator, okay, Mike Zimmer, and a new scheme that's coming. And I've heard Mike McCarthy say that they have been in touch with Michael Parson, and they was looking for him to be there last week, but I guess he'll be back. I guess he'll be there on the 29th. We'll see. But you got this new defense that's starting up, and you got new players. You got a lot of things to learn. So as a veteran player that's going into his fourth year of his contract, and being this leader, I really think that Michael should be out there on the field, um, to get as much information as possible. Now they're saying that Michael got some other things. He's doing something over in Japan or some overseas somewhere. Have no idea what Michael's doing. Michael got a lot going on, but I really hope we don't get back into the same thing that we had to deal with last year with this podcast stuff. Okay, you had your off season to do which I hadn't really seen him do much in the off season. I hadn't seen him do much in the off season as much as we did when he was during season. So I really hope that this doesn't become a problem. Now I heard also that he has become the president of something, some type of organization or something. What is that? What is that, Michael? What are you doing? I understand you got opportunities, but don't put your career on the back burner. And it's been told that Micah has talked to Mike McCarthy, and he knows where he is, and he knows what he's doing, and he's somewhere overseas somewhere. But at the same time, I think it's very important that Michael B is here, learning and digesting as much as he can of this new defense, of this new scheme. Now, where it's been told is they're saying that Edric Kendrick's going to be the middle linebacker. Then you're going to have Overshown, and you're going to have Damone Clark. So are we putting, in which this is all speculated, are we putting Michael back at the defensive end again? We don't know. And no one knows until he shows up to OTAs or mandatory minicamp. So again, that's where we are right now. And again, like I said, the mandatory minicamp starts June 4th through the 6th. So we'll see what happens, what Micah decides to do with that, or what he doesn't plan to do with that, but whatever. But yeah, we'll see. But getting into this interview with Dak Prescott, there was a lot of questions asked, and I'm like, it kind of reminded me of deja vu. I'm like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? So when I listened to the interview, there was questions brought up that I thought this was last year's. What last year's conversation, but yeah, maybe not. But we know where we are, and questions was asked about Trey Lance, and and things like that, and Trey Lance basically has something to say. Also, I want to also stress that with Trey Lance, I know we jump on Dak a lot. I'm not jumping on Dak, but that's our quarterback. That's our quarterback, man. It's my quarterback. I don't want to. We're not jumping on Dak, but again, like the title said, don't sell yourself short, Dak. But again, along with Trey Lance, Trey Lance said it's been told that Trey Lance sends bold message before 2024 season. And there was a statement that he made, and basically was saying that what he has said, I'm confident it is much higher than that it was when I got into the NFL for sure. I kind of didn't know what to expect. I think that's probably most rookies, if not all of them, at one point or another throughout that first year, that first off season. I feel great about where I am. Continue to getting better, continue to learn, and continue to be a better quarterback. I don't know what's so bold about that, but that's what it said. It made sense, bold message. But we do know about Trey Lance that uh, he will be getting the brunt of the snaps in the preseason games, and this will be his evaluation moment. So we'll definitely get a chance to see what we're going to get with Trey Lance. Now we know it's just preseason, so we can't put a lot into it. But I think what we will be doing, we'll be probably just watching for his quick thinking, his reads, his completions, and the way he execute the plays and lead the team on the field. So it's not about the win and losses, but it's more about the technique, the skill play that he has. So that's definitely going to be something that they're going to be looking at. So again, personally, I say if you're not going to use Trey this year, or you don't have any plans for Trey, let Trey release him and allow him to, and I don't know if you can release him or trade him or something to where he can go compete, because basically we don't know the situation with Dak. And again, with this statement that he made, this could change a lot of things. So personally, I say if you have no plans for Trey Lance, use him as trade bait, get something for him, allow him to go somewhere where he can compete for a starting job, because right now it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance, and Cooper Rush will continue to be our backup quarterback. So with all that being said, now let's get back to let's give it up for Trey Lance. I like Trey Lance. I really do. I'm using my wife's Tumblr. Mm-hmm. She don't know, but she'll find out. But anyway, so yeah, let's get back into this. So now, when I said that about this interview, it was like deja vu. I'm like, I had to check the date. I'm like, what was this recorded? But it said 2024. Dak Prescott interview, 2024. So it's the latest interview. So the question was asked, and I jotted down some notes that was said, and so one of the reporters asked the question, now that Mike will be calling plays. What you mean? Now that Mike McCarthy will be calling play, what was he doing last year? This was a question that was asked. And so Dak responded basically saying, well, now we're just trying to get a feel of the team and how we're going to execute the plays. I'm just kind of paraphrasing it. And I'm like, wait a minute. Dak, you should have stopped it. What do you mean? Why? What? Now that he's calling plays, he's been calling the plays. So I didn't understand that question, but Dak goes along and he asked, he answered and said, now, that he's calling the plays, we will be, evaluating on which direction and how we can be successful, things like that. But he also mentioned we want to get everyone. This is what Dak mentioned. He said we want to get everyone up to speed. We don't want this to be a developmental period like last year. We wasn't in a developmental stage last year, was we? Weren't we? That's what he said. We want everyone up to speed, so we won't be going through a developmental period like last year. And what I know what he's talking about as far as getting the linemen up to the center and the new tackle up to speed to where it won't be a developmental season for these guys, in which under Mike Solari and Brian Schottenheimer, that's their call. But he's also said that whatever he can do to help Cooper Beebe get to the point, and it's basically about pushing him and challenging him, as far as his skill set, his mindset, and things like that. But um, yeah, but I didn't know last year was a developmental stage. I didn't see that. I didn't think so. I mean, we finished 12-5, but again, I had to look at this. I had to look at the date. I'm like, is this a new video or is this an old video? But it was the latest video by Dak. So um then another question was asked. Well, the next statement that he made was we want to go into the season with an identity. Now, listen, y'all could go back and listen to the interview, but what do you mean? What do you mean we're we didn't try to go into the season with an identity? Nothing has changed. It's still your offense. You still have the guy. You still have Brandon Cooks. You still have CeeDee Lamb. You're still there, Dak. But we're saying we want to go into the season with an identity. What identity we? Somebody put in the comments. Tell me what's the? I mean, why are we still looking for an identity? Are we talking about the running back? The running back position? Is that what we talking about? Is that what's going to make our identity? No, but I beg to differ. I think we had our identity last year. Why are we still looking for identity? In which Emmett Smith said the same thing. He said, man, they can't live based off what we did. He said this team has to create their own identity, which I'm thinking that's what they were doing last year, creating an identity. But we're still searching for an identity. What is this identity going to look like? Can somebody write on a chalkboard and say we're going to be a smash mouth team, or we're going to be a 5-wide air raid team? We're going to be a double tight, hit you in the mouth. What are we looking for? Why can't nobody answer what is our identity? So then he goes on. We go back a little bit further down into the interview, and then one of the reporters asked him a question. He says the status of the business. He said, "What's the status of the business?" He said, and then Dak turned around and said, "Business is business." He said, "Business will take care of itself." Now here comes the dudes. The question was asked, Dak, why are you so patient when it comes to business? Dak response is, I don't play for money. Let me give you another. Dak said that he doesn't play for money. Dak, you play for money, bro. Don't ever say that. You just, that could come back and hurt you, bro, because now anybody can just throw something out, which I know Todd Friend is not going to allow that to happen. But if you're saying that you don't play for money, well, let's go ahead and get a deal signed. Because right now, where we're sitting right now, let me just show y'all this. So if you Jared Goff, let's talk about Jared Goff. Jared Goff has a monster contract, $212 million contract extension with the Detroit Lions, with $170 million guaranteed. This is for a 29-year-old. Now he has leapfrogged and has become the second highest player in the league behind Joe Burrow. Yeah. And for Dak to say that I don't play for the money, don't do that, Dak. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, Dak, because again, Jared Goff is making $212 million with $170 million. Now I want to say this here. It's like me at my job. If I continue to do the same job and I'm producing, over the years, I might hire in at $6.50 an hour. And I've been doing this same job, and I've been making money for the company, and I've been putting money out. I've been putting production out there. And anybody knows where I work or who I work for, y'all know how hard I work. I work hard for the money. That's what I said. I work hard for the money. So I'm pushing product. I'm pushing the product for the company. But you brought me in at $6.50 an hour. And then here comes a year goes by, but I'm putting out this product. Well, you know what I expect? I expect a raise. I don't go to work to just be there and not get compensated for it because I am an employee. Dak, you are an employee. You work for somebody. I work for somebody. So yeah, we expect to get paid. So the years go on, and I'm steady putting out these boxes and shipping out this stuff and bringing the stuff in and putting it up there and throwing it up there and taking it off there. 5 years done gone by, but I'm gonna sit there and say, I don't work for the money. I beg your pardon. I do liberty, be with you, liberty. You know that's not a promotion. So Dak, you can't say that because you do play for the money. You know, you got to understand, business owners, they remember, oh, Dak, now you just said, Todd Fresh, I'm just going by, yeah, but he was just talking. No, he wasn't just talking. That's what he said. So if that's the case, so Dak, let's go ahead and get this thing signed, and we'll just give you $52 million a year or whatever, and that creates some money to get CD and Micah signed if you don't play for the money, if that's what you're saying. Just saying. But yes, Dak, you do play for the money. I understand. I mean, the accolades that you have absorbed and you have been rewarded with, you deserve to be paid. But never, ever say you don't play for the money. But again, like I said, I think he's just a nice guy. He really wasn't thinking. He loves the game. He loves the game, and you've already got paid. Maybe you feel that, hey, I'm set, but you had to do some things in order to put yourself in that situation. So, again, Dak, you play for the money. I understand. You talking about you'll give it all up. No, you will not. You will not just sit out there and make those folks rich and you don't get paid for it, buddy. But anyway, so I just wanted to get on here and kind of, I was just a little baffled. I was baffled that, I'm listening to this interview and I'm thinking, I'm like, is this the same interview? Is this the interview from last year? Because of the question was, now that Mike is calling plays, what the crap do you mean? Now that Mike's been calling the plays, and then we don't want to be a development season like last season. I didn't know we were developing last year. What are we talking about? So again, there's just something I want to share with you guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I mean, really. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm just curious. This is just my opinion of where I'm, listening to the interview and hearing what was being said. It's just like, dude, don't do that to yourself. Don't sell yourself short. But again, I'm sure they'll figure something out. And hopefully Micah will show up soon to be a part of what's going on. I mean, dang it, bro. What are you doing? Really trying to think Michael needs to, personally, I say, you need to grow up, dude. You got business at hand. This is your career. This is what got you where you are. And you can't put your career on the back burner so you can go do a podcast and what is it? Oh, I think it's that they made him president over that darn social media channel or something. Oh well, we'll see what's going on. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for stopping through, man, on this Saturday, man. I got things to do. Got to get ready. Get my weekend. I got to go do some yard work as always. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's somewhere where I got to pick up some things and beautify my yard and things like that. But again, you guys, happy Memorial Day weekend to all our veterans out there. Without you, our country wouldn't be where it is today. Not saying that it's perfect, but because of your blood, sweat, and tears to keeping us free as we are, we want to say salute. Yeah. All right, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you too may be notified when the next video is posted. And like I always say, continue to stay safe and be blessed. It's your boy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan. Deuces.